All right, and we are back with our second conversation for this morning. We're going to talk all about Karl H. Menzies' transition to the digital ecosystem, or as we know it here in Belize, BelizeOn. And here to tell us all about it is none other than the chair of the board of Karl H. Menzies Company Limited, K. Menzies.
Hi there.
As well as marketing manager of BelizeOn, Yanik, right?
Yes,
Flowers.
Yes.
Yanik Flowers and Miss K. Menzies. Good morning.
Good morning, folks, and good morning, Belize. Thanks for having us on.
How are we this morning?
It's a pleasure to be here. It's early.
It's early.
I mean, almost 8 o'clock.
Most conversations don't start before 8, but yeah.
It's true.
Very true.
But we
you know
are.
what? New day, new chapter.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Indeed.
That's a
And
good way to
new
start
And
it.
a new way of bringing out
course.
Karl H. Menzies.
Right. So we're talking all about BelizeOn, Karl H. Menzies, a staple name in homes across the Belize district, across the country. And here you are setting the trend for what is a new wave, I would imagine, of digital ecosystem online shopping with BelizeOn. Let's talk a bit about, let's talk with the chair first about what are you most proud of when you think about Karl H. Menzies, the company?
Question.
Yeah, well, it's a long list.
Yeah.
I have to say, it has been a stellar company to be a part of all my life. Obviously, it's a family-owned company.
Yeah.
And one of the things that my parents always taught me was, you know, try new things, always try to innovate, always try to pay attention to what's out there and stay ahead of it.
Yeah.
And one of the things we've always focused on in the time that I was there is customer service and quality. Always quality. Never get into a price battle, focus on quality. And, you know, the fact that we're able to pivot like this, I think,
Yeah.
speaks to the strength of our heritage and our DNA. And, you know, so if I start to list off what all, I don't think you have enough time
I
in
mean,
the
it's
show
60
today.
years.
Yeah, it's longer than I'm alive.
Yeah.
My parents started it off. To keep any business going for 50 odd years
Yeah.
is good. And then to get that business to pivot
Yeah.
after a 50-year existence of doing things a certain way and have it be able to pivot and take off is another. So you know, it says that the DNA has been very, very strong for the company. The mission has been clear, focused, and continues.
So, just to be clear, Karl H. Menzies Company Limited officially closed its doors, correct?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
It's
Yesterday,
physical.
5
Physical.
o'clock. It's
Physical
physical, brick and mortar doors.
Brick and mortar doors.
Yeah.
And when I speak of doors, I don't know that.
No, well, people will.
Well,
Yeah.
technically we roll down the shutter, but
Yeah.
You're right, so you rolled down the shutter yesterday.
Yes.
What was going through your mind and that of your staff? Was it a sentimental, was it an emotional day for you guys over there?
well, I think Yanik will have to speak a little bit more to the day-to-day because I actually wasn't there yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think for me, when the team came to me and said, we think BelizeOn is on its feet, there's time to make a transition here and let's consider it. And we went through all the numbers and the discussions and everything. At that time, for me, it was a little bit sentimental. And again, I remembered my father who said, never fall in love with something that can't love you back.
Yeah.
And the fact about business is that it is about change and evolution and moving forward. If you continue to look backward, you can't drive looking in the rearview mirror, and you can't do business focusing on what has been. And so, you know, this when the team spoke to me for a minute there, I was, you know, and we thought about it and we said, but this is what we do. We move on to new things and we find ways to do things to serve our public. So when the doors closed yesterday, actually I was in a meeting somewhere else. But I can imagine the folks there, from what I've seen when I've met with them the last few weeks, I think they were quite excited and saying, all right, this one's over, let's get started, you know.
Right. And so now we talk about the transition.
Yeah.
BelizeOn. What we've had you on, but no pun intended. But we've had you guys on before. But at this point, it means a lot more.
Of course.
Given the fact that you're going fully into the digital age, as April rightfully says. Let's talk about that transition and what that looks like.
Of course, I think the last couple of days has been just an air of a new chapter for us, right? When we think about Karl H has invested and created BelizeOn 3 years ago, we look at where we were and we look at where we are today. 3 years later, when BelizeOn was first started, we had about 5 vendors on the site, a couple products. Today we have over 100 vendors selling over 2,000 products on that site. We look at Belizean Dropbox, right? We first started, delivering for small businesses with the box types 1, types 2, types 3. We've actually invested recently in fleet lines, trucks, vans, boats to handle all our delivery and all our markets. When we look at BelizeOn, the way I was just here in March, right? Telling you guys about, we started strong with 4 restaurants. Today we have over 18 restaurants on the site and looking to launch in another district, hopefully Bumapan for April, right? So when we really look at where we were 3 years ago and where we are today, I think the only feeling we can have is excitement, because the growth that we have seen has just been exponential, and we're excited, and the entire team is excited because it's been a transition, like you said. Everyone from the Karl H Menzies team is coming over to BelizeOn. We're excited to be in this new digital era that is very much in tandem with what's happening globally. And so Kay, myself, all of us here, we feel very, very proud that Karl H Menzies is really getting behind and getting ahead of the curve, And BelizeOn is the new age, and we're excited.
I just wanted to make it clear. So this was an initiative that began way before COVID hit. Did COVID stall it, or did it kind of like amplify?
Well, we actually launched right before COVID hit, right before,
October 2019.
Yeah, exactly. And so as you all know, there was like a huge awakening in entrepreneurial spirit in Belize. And so I think it definitely just put the gears in motion for us, because we had, entrepreneurs coming up left, right, and center, amazing Belizean products. And we felt really proud that we had a platform that we could promote these products on, and we could be a voice for these people who wouldn't necessarily have that online placement if not for BelizeOn.
I mean, talk about timeliness. You knew
They
what
knew
the
pandemic
world.
was coming.
No,
You had some insight,
Yep.
because it was so timely. BelizeOn in a period where we moved more to digital communication and digital modes of doing business, when that face-to-face, that contact was limited. And so now you speak about the fact that you've grown. How has the population that you serve, how have they responded to this transition?
Yeah, I think it's been great, because I think the public recognizes the shift that is happening globally, that we're going to all have to eventually become digital in order to survive. And so this transformation is really consumer driven, right? And so we feel that we are answering the questions of the customers. And I think that's what's important, is that this transformation means that we'll be able to be around for the next 5 decades.
So tell us about your services.
Yeah.
What are the services offered? I see Belize on the way, Belize on the way, Belize on Dropbox.
Yeah, so it's 3 services in our digital ecosystem, and the first one is the BelizeOn online marketplace, which is really rooted in that local connectivity. We are connecting Belizean businesses with Belizean customers all over the country. And like I said, we have over 2,000 products, and you can go shop it today and get it delivered to your door, right? Today. Always, anything, anytime, anywhere, we're always open, right? Okay. That's the beauty of being digital. Okay. And then we have our BelizeOn Dropbox, which is our door-to-door delivery service. And we come, you book your Dropbox with us online, and we pick up from your door and deliver it to where you want us to deliver it countrywide, right?
It's like Amazon.
Yeah.
Is it comparative to Amazon?
Of course, we are in that age, and
we hope as easy to use as Amazon is, and as good on customer service, or maybe a little better. But the vision that we had when we kicked this off in October 2019 was, we started off wanting to do an e-commerce site for Karl H Menzies.
Okay.
And I had this whole notion, anybody who had to sit around me and listen to my noise at that point would hear me say, I want people to be able to order wine at 3 in the morning if that's what their
Yeah.
mood is. And why can't I sell stuff
Why not?
online?
Why
I
not?
know, why
Why
not?
not?
Why not?
Why not?
Exactly. So you like where I went?
I like this vision.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with the right person in earshot, and she's part of the team now. Actually, it's a formidable team because we have a development team that works with us, and within 2 weeks we had a full-fledged e-commerce website. And then we looked at it, and those of you who know my private sector advocacy background will understand what came next. We looked at it and we said, this is too good to keep to ourselves. We've got to share this with other businesses. And I spoke to a couple of local producers who I've known for a long time, and they came on board, and one after the other. And all of it was basically taking the pain points out of it, especially if you're a local entrepreneur, you're very focused on, if you make vases, you focus on making the best vase you can. Because I have to say with Belize products, when you see a Belizean product, it is quality.
Yeah.
So all these folks, the idea was we focus on you, leaving you to make your product and make it to the best you can. And we just worry about getting it sold for you, getting you paid, getting it to your customer, making sure they're happy. And the customer, because you had that Facebook fraud thing going on at the
Yeah.
same time, the customer is guaranteed they will get what they asked for.
So the merchant just focuses on
Producing.
Right. You do what you do best, and we help you with the rest of it. So that was the genesis of BelizeOn. And then the pandemic came.
Yeah.
That part is a piece of history. But along the way, we saw demands for shipping outside of the site itself. And so Belizean Dropbox came to be. And we figured, okay, we'll work that. And it's done very well. And then I left the company, which is part of growth and transition. So the folks that took over realized food delivery could be a lot better. So they developed a full software suite around restaurant management of orders and food delivery as well. And so, this is where you have this group of restaurants on there, and they don't have to worry about getting food to the customer.
Oh, you sound like you have an amazing team.
They are an amazing team, and I stay out of their way. I see the monthly reports, and I'm good to go.
So let's talk a bit about how a purchase is made. I think that's one of the questions that Belizeans would ask. All right, so how do I navigate the site to find what it is that I'm looking for? And how do I make a purchase if I want to?
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest competitive advantages of our digital ecosystem is that we're handling the technical side of things, we're handling the operational side of things, and we're handling all the logistics. So we have the opportunity to really have control over all of this and making sure that customers are getting the best service possible, right? So when we talk about that payment gateway, you're able to go online and make a purchase using your credit card or debit card. You're able to book a Dropbox using cash, and we're also, of course, we're moving forward with our digital landscape, so you're able to even use eCash on our Belize On The Way app as well. So we try to make it as the customer journey as seamless as possible for the customer, and the site we think is very user friendly, and it's obviously been something where someone uses our service and they always come back.
So basically, if I want food,
Uh-huh.
I could go on BelizeOn
The Way.
find the
Oh,
restaurant
my.
I want to purchase from, make a payment with my card, and guaranteed my food will be delivered to my party.
It happens every day.
It happens every day. If I want a wine at 3 in the morning, though, are we talking?
Well, you can order it at 3 in the
exactly.
morning.
You can order it at 3 in the
We
morning.
can order at 3 in the morning, but we'll be there the next morning to deliver.
Although I
it
think
to
they're
you.
working on a solution for that too.
Yeah, we're always
Customer
thinking,
pleasers.
always working, always thinking, always working. But like I said, the demands, and we try to meet them.
And your team delivers across Belize City in terms of the products, or are we talking across the country?
So for Belize On The Way, we're currently operating in Belize City, but for BelizeOn, we are countrywide. For BelizeOn Dropbox, we do deliveries countrywide.
So just to kind of come back full circle with this, BelizeOn is Karl H. Menzies. Karl H. Menzies is BelizeOn.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And now we have this online platform where it's basically Amazon. And you are expanding your delivery service, your merchant, and so forth. Is there a point where BelizeOn will collaborate with the e-wallets?
Already are.
Already are.
Already
Okay,
are.
so talk to us about that.
One is on Belize on the way at the moment,
Belize on
and
the
they're
way.
looking to take that further. And
Yes.
then you're in discussions with.
Yeah, we're in
Maybe at
discussion.
least one
Yeah,
other?
we're in discussions with all the mobile wallets in the country, and we want to make sure that at the end of the day, accessibility is what's important. So if you're using a certain mobile wallet solution, we want you to be able to use our service as well. So we're open to working with everyone to make sure that this service is as accessible for every Belizean across the country.
Yeah, and we love that it's at the touch of a button on your
Yeah. Of
phone.
course.
So you could pull out your device and do what you do. What are you most proud of about this transition?
You know, the innovation. I think there's two things. There's the connectivity and the innovation. What we see on the connectivity side is the idea of taking a dispersed amount of small businesses from throughout the country and being able to pull them in together into one massive network where Belizeans can access all of it in one go. That's one aspect. And then the other is that they have an idea today, and by tomorrow there's a rollout happening.
Yeah.
So I
great team.
stay out of their way.
Yeah.
Stay out of their way.
I honestly think that's what internally motivates our team, because at the end of the day, we understand that we're changing a culture here in Belize.
Yeah,
You know,
indeed.
there's a global digital shift, but we're working on the forefront to be the first to be a part of that local shift here. So our team, you know, sometimes it's not easy, you know, having to make sure that we have that educational aspect as well, but it's all worth it when you see us rolling out with new products months after, and we're able to expand. So we're a small but mighty team that really feels proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Yanik, you were here March, and I still have Belize on the way in Belmopan. You were here in September, and I still have Belize on the way to Belmopan.
Please invite me back, and I'll be sure to have.
I'm just saying there's a pattern here.
I'll be sure to have
Well,
Belize on the way ready.
you know
for
where you will have to announce Belize on the way to Mopan, right?
You can be our ambassador for Belize on the way, Bamapan.
There you go.
So you just let me know what restaurants you want and start reaching out to them.
Is there-
We had the same conversation the last time, and it never happened, right?
So there's an app.
Yes.
So it's an app. It's not just not only.
Yes, it's available mobile and desktop for
Mobile
BelizeOn,
and
and then the app for the food delivery Belize on the way.
Belize on the way is strictly
It's
app.
strictly mobile, yeah,
Yes.
application.
It's a very, very easy way to navigate the website as well. Everything is there for you to see, purchase. You click the item, put it in your cart, make your purchase order, and then.
See, we love to hear that. Good.
Right, there you go. There you
And I
go.
think actually this, from an e-commerce perspective, we're about the only site in Belize that does allow you to pay
Yeah.
as you purchase.
Yeah.
Which is something that,
I love it.
you know.
Yeah.
But any final words? Is there anything we missed when it comes to BelizeOn and the legacy that is Karl H. Menzies?
Well, the legacy continues. This is the new chapter, and Karl H. Menzies owns and remains very much a part of the BelizeOn DNA. I think Mr. Menzies is smiling from where he is. But you know, it's one of the things that I realized when you're dealing with a family business, if you want to carry it beyond generations, you have to carry it beyond family. So I'm going to say here, because you've mentioned it a couple of times, I think the next chapter of Karl H. Menzies is going to be great. It's going to be dynamic because it has a team that believes absolutely in what we do and in what it will do for the country itself. And I think we're excited. We're excited.
Yeah. I'm super excited for it as well, as a Belizean product.
I am excited that I am seeing the history take place as we're rolling it out.
Yeah,
We are a part
indeed.
of that rollout.
Well,
So
a
proud
few
of
decades from now, we could say we were
there.
Yeah,
We're there when he put it at Belmopan.
of course.
Yanik, you can't announce that anywhere but open your eyes.
Yeah. I have to send you a personal press release.
But Yanik, Kay, thank you both so much for coming in. We look forward to the growth.
Of course.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
so
us
much for
on.
having us.
We're excited. So.
And with that, we're going to take our next break.
when we come back,
Carnival.
Carnival, we have a whole Carnival band
Show the shirt.
in the studio with us, and we're gonna be talking a bit about what you can expect from that band on Saturday. So you don't want to miss that. Stay tuned for our final conversation.